So what if searching for the perfect workout split is the reason why you're still overweight? Think about how much time you spent searching if you should do a push-pull leg split, if you should do upper-lower, what diet should you have, should you do a carnivore diet, should you do a vegan diet, what supplements you should take, what's the best time to train, going through all these different plans in your head on what's the best thing to do. Now, research isn't a bad thing. You should always have an idea of what you're going to do before you go to the gym or before you start any type of exercise routine. But there comes a point where you're doing too much planning and not enough action. But really what you're doing is you're just procrastinating. But you're convincing yourself that, no, I'm just preparing. I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start next week. I just need to find the perfect workout plan is what you tell yourself first. I just need to find the right diet. I just need to know what's the best way to do this because I want to be perfect. But meanwhile, you're not actually doing anything. You think you are, but it really is, you're not taking any action. And this leads me to thinking of a quote this is one of my favorite quotes from the President Theodore Roosevelt. The credit doesn't go to the person who's sitting on the sidelines criticizing and analyzing everything. It belongs to the person who's actually in the arena, making mistakes, struggling, but he keeps on going. And fitness works the same way. It's not the perfect workout that you do that matters. The imperfect workout that you do today is always going to matter 1,000 times more than the perfect workout that you try to plan but never actually do. I see this all the time whenever I'm training clients or I'm giving them consultations, and they'll always tell me that they haven't started their fitness journey because they're looking for the right or the perfect workout plan, or they're trying to see what works best for them, and then they copy a bunch of their favorite influencers, or they try to copy some of their favorite influencers and seeing what they do, and then they incorporate it for a few days, but then they stop, or they just never try it at all. But why do people always do this? And it's because planning feels like you're being productive, but really you're actually not. You could spend 2 hours every day watching fitness and watching fitness influencers, watching videos, watching all these different workout diets and nutrition hacks, but none of it matters if you never actually put it into application. And guys, I know this because I do this too myself. I mean, even just with making this video, I've probably started and stopped 100 times and planned how to write this script. And eventually I just said, whether or not I make mistakes, I'm just going to do it and then try to present this because I want to teach you guys something. Because remember, to go back to Teddy Roosevelt, it's always better to be the man in the arena who's actually struggling, who's actually going through the process and willing to be criticized, than to be the person sitting on the sidelines who never does anything, but never gets any of the glory, never gets any of the praise, never gets any of the reward of watching the person who's in the arena. And the reason why people feel more comfortable with just preparing is because they're afraid of failure. And I always say this, if you guys been watching this channel for a while, I'm a big fan of Kobe Bryant. Failure doesn't exist.
So a lot of people in general are afraid of failure. How did you become one of those people who doesn't seem to be afraid of failing?
It doesn't exist. It's not existent. What the hell does that mean? Seriously, what does failure mean? It doesn't exist. The story continues. The story continues. So if you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not progress from that, right? So to me, that's why failure is not existent. Because, if I fail today, okay, I'm going to learn something from that failure, and I'm going to try again on Tuesday. And I fail, and I'm going to try again on Wednesday. So it doesn't exist.
You can always just learn and try again and keep going. But for a lot of people, that fear of failure makes it so they never want to get into the gym in the first place. So they plan and prepare to feel like they're doing something. They can say, oh, look, I watch these fitness videos. I have an idea of what, nutrition and what diet I'm going to do. But they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of failure, so they never actually get to it. They can always just fall back on the excuse of, well, I haven't officially started yet. And that's comfortable for them. But guys, look, I'm sitting in my car right now. If I were to put into my GPS map and see what's the best way to get to where I want to go, that would be nice and that'd be cool. Like, okay, this is the fastest shortcut to get to where I need to be. But if I never actually start my car and get to driving, I would still be sitting in my driveway and I would never get to where I want to go. And fitness is the same way. You just got to get in your car and you just got to start to drive. You just got to get into the gym or, get to doing your workout plan, even if that's at home, and actually start applying what you've learned. And this is where I think that the fitness industry makes things way too complicated for beginners. You see all of these optimal workouts and all these, gym science bros who will map out and they'll do all these different tests on what's the perfect or the most optimal way of doing a workout. They'll give you the perfect workout time, the perfect optimal heart rate zone, the perfect workout split if it's push, pull, or upper legs, and everybody has something different that they do. And as a beginner, you think, well, okay, I need to try to do this because I want to be perfect. I want to have the optimal way of training. But you guys got to understand that those people who are looking for the optimal results, these are either professional athletes or people who have been training this way for years, and they're trying to eke out and squeeze out every little bit of performance that they can, every little bit of improvement. For the regular average person, just getting into the gym and honestly walking on the treadmill or lifting a few weights will do wonders for your physique than trying to figure out what a bodybuilder or what a professional athlete does for their training, because they're on a completely different level. You're just being consistent, tracking your calories, going to the gym, doing some strength training 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure you're getting enough protein, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Just the basic stuff. Doing that will do way more for your physique than watching a bunch of Instagram reels about your favorite influencer who's doing a bunch of tricks and stuff that, as a beginner, you have no business even trying to do. So instead of spending another week trying to figure out the perfect workout plan or the perfect routine to do, I want you to do this instead. Have your imperfect workout. Just go walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes. Do some push-ups in the room. Nothing fancy, nothing glamorous, just something very basic that you can do. And even if you could only walk, 10 or 15 minutes, or even if you can only do, 10 or 15 push-ups, that's still much better than trying to search for that perfect workout. You're going to learn as you go. And as you go, what I also want you to do is to buy an actual physical calendar, put it up somewhere in your room where you'll see it. And every day where you work out, draw a red X on that day. And then at the end of the week or the end of the month, look over all the red X's that you did during the week or during the month, during that time frame. And then you'll see how much you've actually done as to compared to all the other months where you didn't do anything. Because I want you to stop waiting for the perfect workout. I want you to stop waiting for the perfect time to begin exercising. Now is always the best time to do anything. Another one of my favorite quotes, you guys see I have a lot of quotes that I try to live by, is that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to do it is today. So that's your fitness journey. If you're watching this video, today I want you to put your phone down, start doing some push-ups in your room, go on a 20-minute walk, go to the gym if you can, whenever you're seeing this, and just get started. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to get in the arena. Be the man in the arena. Be the person who's out there trying to improve yourself, willing to be criticized, willing to make those mistakes, but you're also willing to learn from it. You'll get better at it. I promise you will. But you'll never get better if you never actually get started. And again, guys, that's the whole point of this channel, is to just get started and being as great as I know that you all can be, guys. Again, action creates greatness, and I know you guys all have greatness in you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.